Hello, hello. Sorry about the brief jump in. Here today in the Tier 9 tech tree, British destroyer, the Jutland. We're on the map hotspot, the mode is Domination. We're in 8 to 10 matchmaking, so we are middle tier. And there is a carrier in the game. I have a midway, piloted by LTGFK, the infamous NA player. And the enemy team has another midway as well. In addition to that, we have Montana, Yamato, Kremlin, Jean Bar, Amagi. And then cruiser-wise, Des Moines plus Amalfi, so one radar so far. And a Shimmy, Jutland, Kitakaze, Ognivoy. So it's a quad destroyer game, so this should be interesting. I'm paired with a Daring here above this cap. The midway scouting, interestingly enough, with torpedo bombers. My allied Daring has his AA on. So he is going to get spotted out. And as a result, I am probably going to get spotted out. An unfortunate side effect of having brain-lit allies with the destroyer, so always good to see. So my location is going to be revealed from now on. However, since there's only one radar threat, and we do have several smokes and quite a bit of anti-destroyer firepower here at this cap with my allied Daring here, I'm not too concerned even with the Kitakaze here. The Daring and I should have more than enough anti-destroyer firepower. We can see rocket planes coming in the distance. But my allied carrier has been kind enough to drop me a fighter as he dives after the Kitakaze himself. And looks like there's a Kitakaze and Shimakaze here. Just gonna slow down, come to a stop inside the bubble. Daring is smoking up, which I disagree with, I want to say, because the fighter bubble is protecting us, so there's no reason for the carrier to kind of dive in. So now he won't have a smoke if he decides to venture forth into B, but I will, so I'm gonna leave him here. I could farm stuff from out of the smoke. In fact, before I leave, I am gonna dump some torps just blindly toward the direction where the Shimakaze might contest, but I'm gonna continue onward since I have conserved my smoke toward B. We've deployed 2 of our DDs to C, and including our center DD. Their center DD also, similarly though, seems to have abandoned B cap, so it seems to be relatively open. I'm gliding toward the center of the cap, so I'll spot both sides. And there is the enemy Jutland, kind of shadowing the outside of C. It looks like my 2 destroyers at C are in trouble. The Yugmo and Z-23 probably got caught inside the Des Moines radar. Now they're pretty far overextended without support. So it looks like that Z-23 is going to go down, so we are going to lose the first kill of the game even though we have a slight cap lead, or point lead due to our cap lead. Now with that done, even though it's just an Ognivoy, the Ognivoy has lots of firepower behind him, so the Jutland will likely have to, or my Yugmo will likely have to extract himself. Casually taking a shot here, I am going to get spotted by the Amagi, very briefly, but I am under the impression that the Des Moines has in fact popped his radar, so I'm going to see if I can take this cap first. Oh, spotted temporarily by this Des Moines. I'm gonna pop my smoke, switch to APs, give it broadside. I'm hoping he fires, or I was hoping he would fire, but no such luck. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted the smoke fire balloon, but with the Jutland and the Des Moines here, at this point it's better to disengage. I'm just gonna stay inside his spot range though, even inside this cyclone. Disengage, keep him lit, let my teammates burn him down. His radar should be up soon, and I'll re-engage once I feel it's safe. My allied Jutland trying to spot him, or smoke him. I'm going to encourage him to fire by firing. He has 8.3 smoke fire balloon. Okay, Jutland fires instead, which I'm perfectly happy with. My team dispatches the Des Moines, and now it's a 1 versus 1 duel. I have a slight edge in terms of opening up on me first, but I have teammates, and he no longer does. He's reversing, but he's going to accelerate, I anticipate, so with the Jutland's excellent forward gun angles, going to push in. I did pop my hydro earlier, so not concerned at all about any potential torpedoes. I have British self-defense hydro. like the Jervis that comes before her, the Jutland does have 360 turrets for her rear turret, so I'm gonna easily push her out. Take a rogue salvo from that Amagi. That's fine. Gonna just push the Jutland away. I don't want to duck completely behind this center rock, which people use to protect themselves, because that will keep me from spotting the Jutland properly. If he pushes back in, like so. Trying to reset me. But he's being pushed away. So he does get his reset and a tiny bit more of chip damage. But in exchange, I will hopefully, or my allies will hopefully, secondaries from the Jean Bar keep me lit, unfortunately. Bit of a tragedy there, but we are forcing them from the cap still. I'm smoked in a rather obvious position, but I have my hydro running and the what's it called? And the island in front of me is protecting me for the most part from eating torps anyway. I'm trying to get a fire onto this JB before he goes elsewhere. No such luck so far. There's the cap. My allied daring unfortunately does get himself dispatched. Montana as well. Oh, fired a bit too late, right as my smoke faded. So he has to jump on me, so he's gonna get 2 salvos into me. Gonna try and make up for this difference by firing AP, which has better damage. He seems to think the same though, so I'm gonna angle. Note that I'm still beside that Montana. There is a plane coming in. So sector dodged the most of that damage. Got a fire on that Montana. Looks like I might land 1 torpedo. Have to be careful not to slide out of my smoke, however, but I'm disengaged with that smoke. He takes a torpedo. I do want to slide back in for one last cheeky reset. But I have 5.7 spawning range, so I have to be careful. Alright, got 2 resets. Time to go. Turn my AA back off as I leave the smoke screen. Now the carrier will know that I've left, but I just need to slide past the Montana's field of fire, and I should be good to go. Spotted. I'm angled, and the enemy Jutland has AP loaded. I'm hoping that Jean-Bart gets dispatched, and he does indeed get dispatched. I'll pop my heal at this point. Keep myself nice and healthy. Enemy Jutland smokes to disengage himself. Gonna see if my carrier can deal with that. And I will deal with the Jutland without torpedoes. Now I have my smoke back. We have a sizable point lead, so I don't have to rush into dealing with the Jutland, so that's why I'm torping the Montana as opposed to the destroyer. If he dodges, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. Turn my AA back off, don't want to give anything away. I see those midway torpedo bombers on the horizon. These look like they might hit, but can't focus on that too much. Do want to maintain my efforts onto the Jutland. He's likely to have ducked behind this island after his smoke. There's a torpedo. My hydro was not up, otherwise I would have run it. So I'm expecting to find him here. So that's where I'm going to point my guns. And lo and behold, there he is. The instinctive response to taking fire is of course to slide behind cover and disengage yourself. So that's why I anticipated he would be there, and indeed he is there. Maintaining an aggressive forward angle. He's fairly angled, so even though he tries AP, he doesn't really get that much success from it. Engaged by the Montana, who loaded HE, who equalizes the trade rather quickly. He's reversing from his smoke plume, so disengage myself from the Montana and we're going to charge the smoke. I'm still up HP, I'm missing a heal and my Damcon, however, so hopefully he doesn't get any good fire RNG. There's also still an Amagi to consider. He knows I'm in the cap because it's ticking, but I know he's also in the cap because that's ticking. Enemy carrier coming in to support him. So I'm going to be in trouble when he gets spotted. He's in his smoke, switch to HE, or AP. Don't want any shenanigans. He's accelerating. I have my smoke in 30, which is not nearly close enough. Okay, he's actually on top of me. I just don't hear my AA firing, probably because my AA guns are destroyed or something. Oh, Amagi shells plunging past me. You can see even inside the storm, which does give destroyers a significant advantage in terms of disengagement time. I do have significant problems in terms of dodging out on the aircraft from a determined carrier player. But because I know which way to broadside or not broadside in this case, thanks to having been a carrier player, I'm able to quite cleanly disengage myself. Now the Kitakaze is taking A, but at this point I don't need it anymore. It's more important I stay alive because we have a sizable lead, so we don't really need that cap ticking. Best to just get back to the safety of my team and retreat and provide some spots. We did our job, we killed the enemy destroyer that was contesting us. Kitakaze might take those torps that we pre-launched toward him. We'll see. Oh, he's dodging now, and he takes one on the bow. Where is my midway captain? My midway captain is dead. Oh. LTJFK is dead. That's unfortunate. But as you saw there, he has a pretty sizable hit point advantage on me. Slides back out of the cap. Now the Kitakaze has 5.9 kilometer spotting. I have 5.7. Amagi starts contesting. I do have a smoke screen, but keep in mind that I'll have almost no reaction time with 5.7 versus 9.59 of 200 meters. I also can't take that much damage anymore because I've burned all my heals and I'm down to 2k health, so do have to take care. I'm expecting him to try and slide into B, probably sliding south away from the Mogami. Looks like he went straight south, otherwise he would have touched the cap already. So he should have been right there. We'll never know because of the point lead, but quick simple game showing off both the Jutland's gunpower and her just ability to survive with her heal and good British propulsion power. And versatile set of guns and torpedoes. Didn't get too much in the way of torpedo strikes there, but 13 defender ribbons and 3 captures overall is a pretty good result. 78,000 damage, not too impressive, but not too unimpressive. Quite a few non-pens. Whenever you're shooting at battleships, of course, your shells are going to shatter. Outside of superstructure hits, 2 torpedo hits, 8 planes shot down surprisingly enough, 3 incaps, 1 kill, 2 fires, 1 flood. Team score wise, however, we played the caps, and as a result, we did manage to pull out a victory. And a nice solid chunk of base experience. Damage wise, most of our contributions come from the Montana, but we also have essentially all of the Jutland's health. I'm fairly certain this is all of the Jutland plus some heals, so there's that. Looks like we killed 1 actual plane and 7 fighters, which kind of tells you a little bit about the ways of the Jutland's rather mediocre AA. Played a fantastic game earlier, unfortunately it was a loss. Anyhow, that aside, this is the module setup I'm running on my Daring. Main armaments, the new combined propulsion or engine room production. And then I'm running torpedo speed. You could run the AA mod, but as I mentioned, the AA is pretty bad, so sectoring is not that important. And ASM is fine. Turret traverse is fine, but not necessary. torpedo tubes. Like half of taking ASM before was that you wanted the torpedo tube traverse anyway, and now this new torpedo tubes modification gives it as well. And you don't need main battery mod 2 because your turret traverse is good. Slot 4, you take router shift. It's that or damcon, and really destroyers don't care about being on fire anyway. This shaves off something like maybe 300, 400 damage from a fire. It's really not that great. And then concealment in slot 6, your destroyer takes nothing else, and then as a gunboat leaning gunboat hybrid, take main battery mod. You could take torpedo tubes modification 2 as well. I think it's fine, but I don't see the need. And then as you saw from the Jutland's floaty arcs, there's no need to increase your range. Captain wise, I'm running a very basic captain. I kept my lightning captain on my lightning. I enjoyed lightning very thoroughly, so I restarted a new captain. So the basic Jutland / daring captain is going to be a 14 pointer. However, with the upcoming patch 0.9.2, where they are putting through the IFHE changes and also the just HE changes in general, the daring and Jutland will no longer need IFHE in order to pen destroyer hulls. So you will be freed up on these 4 points to do whatever you want, more or less. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully they give a free captain respec with that, because it's fairly substantial, but who knows with wargaming, right? Anyhow, preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, concealment expert, and then IFHE is the basic build. From there, you want BFT plus adrenaline rush to finish out the basic gunboat build. In the future, when you don't need to take IFHE, just swap IFHE out for RPF, and you will have an excellent destroyer hunting daring build. So without IFHE, the build will look something much more similar to this, but with BFT as the missing points on this 16 point lightning captain that I have here. Anyhow, that was the Jutland, a bit of an evolution from the lightning. You lose a bit of concealment, but in exchange you get these 10-kilometer torpedoes of increased power and a bump in your gun power. And overall, in terms of tier 9 destroyers, this is definitely one of the good ones. She and the Daring received some small nerfs, and somehow the Kitakaze escaped the nerf hammer, but that's another discussion entirely. Anyhow, that'll be all for now, and I hope you all enjoyed. Catch y'all later. Cheers.